They are taking on the Grizzlies. The Blackfish picked up a huge, absolutely monumental 17-8 win on Sunday, rattling off 11 straight goals after being down 6-8 against the league-leading Shooting Eagles. As Barnes will walk in, pass across, Gottfriedson over, stopped by Wandler, and they'll be able to poke the rebound away. So Braden Wandler, as you just heard there, the starting goaltender here tonight in favor of Kyle Mooney. Mooney had quite the valiant effort in the Grizzlies game on Sunday. Had about 50 saves in that one as well, was fighting through the injury as his team ended up giving up the come-from-behind win to the Sea Spray. As Gottfriedson going to be taking some offensive duties here early on, leaves it back for Ethan Umlaut. Umlaut across near side for McIntyre. Walks in, he'll pull it back out towards his left. Trying to find a scoop feed, he'll bring it back out in front just to get the shot clock reset. That one going to be frozen as Wandler will give it up to the defense, and Nash Moog looking to head up floor. Defense to answer here for the Blackfish as Moog. Always love to see the physicality and speed that he brings as Brunch takes the contact from Squarick, and he'll work his way around the outside. Drew Kask back in action here today. Hawking it off of the near wing side, spinning around. Thomas Moffat gets it over to the far side. Brunch curling, fires, one hopper, stopped by Mather. And then the loose ball. Xander Quebeca was shoved back into the crease. No backing in, as they'll have to get it across the line quickly if they can. Nash Moog going to be able to pick up the loose ball as they were trying to get players changed out for the offensive gate. The Blackfish going to be stuck back in their own zone again here. The Grizzlies, 7-game losing skid coming into this game, but it's been very deceptive. McCormick lets it go as Mather will hold on once again. Mather already under siege early on. Liam McIntosh going to go up the floor. Leaves it for Laszlo Henning, the league leader in goals coming into this one. Rips it across the floor, back up out of McIntyre. McIntyre bumps, lost the player, but wasn't able to go and take the advantage himself. Aaron Sky with the steal. Sky coming down the other way. 3-on-2 for the numbers. Sky pulls it back, he'll shoot through traffic. Mather, rebound kicked out as well. Dave Mather, he's on fire early in this one. And as Roberts trying to track down the loose ball, as he'll find it in the far side. He'll throw it up the floor, didn't have to worry about the backcourt violation, as the shot clock hadn't quite started yet. Still fighting for the loose ball. Now Henning with it in the offensive side of things. He'll leave it for McIntyre. Tomek Gottfriedson, usually see him in transition, but he's out here on offense. Quick shot as Roseborski missed wide. Roddy Jensen going with a couple of different looks here. They'll say that one was onside, and Garrett Lewis going to start making his way up the floor. Garrett Lewis loses Henning. Reese Barnes comes in to relieve him of the defensive duties. Round to the near wing, Pearson Willis. Willis backing in on Barnes. Got tangled up momentarily, faked the pass, now he'll take it. Baker through traffic, Mather gets it off of the arm. Reese Barnes with a loose ball. Dulong trying to get after Barnes. Baker's in there as well. They'll throw this up at the floor, 2-on-2. Zubik gonna pull it back to the outside. We'll talk about some of the players that are missing from both sides, as I thought I did see a Xander Quebeca sighting. We'll have to confirm that. He was originally scratched on the roster, but we'll double check that. As Connor Watson takes the shot, blocked by the defense. Picked up, loose ball out the other way. Grizzlies looking to storm down the floor. 3-on-1, now 3-on-2 to the wing. Baker takes the shot, kicked out, rebound. Marginson stopped by Mather. Another one in front, diving, another stop, make it 3 in a row for Big Dave Mather. Mather, nigh infallible so far here. As Roseborski with speed out the other way, Moog introduces him to the back wall with 16 of the shot clock. Taken down, they'll say he stepped inside. As Doucette will pick up the loose ball, but how about Dave Mather so far in this one? His team has needed these stops and they've gotten him. As Thomas Moffat again will make his way to the offensive side of the floor. Moffat sends that one back up high, working it around the outside of the zone. Thought about the pick and roll. They'll get it to go to the near side again. Willis and Moffat going to trade places. Out as McIntosh gets the screen. Willis, 5 seconds on the clock, shoots up high. Trying to actually find Sakani Baker back in behind the goal. It'll be picked up as Kellner will head down the other way. He'll be met right at the half line though. Sends it ahead as Toru Morimatsu, allowing the energy to creep up on defense. Tomek Gottfriedson once again. McIntyre into the corner for Roberts. Roberts, a couple of stutter steps. Trying to pull to his left, now back to his right. Roberts in behind. They're going to call going through the crease. They'll send things back the other way. So yes, indeed there is a Xander Quebec sighting. We're at number 6 with the green shoes here today. As Dulong looking for somebody to pass to. McCormick's the last man in off of the bench. Far side, Kyle Brunch in on Squarick. Brunch around the screen, gonna pull it back out, gets to his inside, and then Mather stops the long ball once again. Loose ball, near side corner, comes free, and Squarick's gonna head down the floor. Squarick, he's gonna go right up the middle, deflected and up out of play. I think they're gonna say that goes right to the Grizzlies though, as the ball left the stick and went true off of the back wall. 9:42 now. Squarick stays out, had the transition effort, and now we'll be back in the defense alongside Henning, McIntosh, Kellner, and Hammond. Here's Baker, challenges, curls to the top, leaves for Aiden Baker. Baker around the screen, nice move to cut in, and then another big stop for Dave Mather. Sounded like a broken record here early on as Dave Mather keeping the fish alive right now. Sakani Baker, Trent Kellner, man-to-man coverage, over to Aiden Baker. Baker cuts to the middle, quick shot, and a 5-hole stop for Mather. Brendan Humphrey had a 51 save effort, only allowing 8 goals as the league's leader in the goals against average department. Just increased his numbers a little bit more on Sunday. Now in this one, Dave Mather proving why the Blackfish have one of the best goaltending tandems here in the league. Looking for a cutter up the middle. Stick was knocked out of Watson's hands. Rosborski tried to dump it back to Ethan Umlaut. 8 seconds left to go on the clock here. Across, Roberts, delayed penalty coming here. Roberts lets it go off of the defense. And then McKinley is wrapped up with Sky momentarily. The two veterans going at it. Looks like Aaron Sky is going to come away with a minor here. Coming over, it's going to be a slashing call against Aaron Sky. Cam Anderson, Zach Jones, and Josh Beauregard. Your officials in this one with 8:41 left to go. The Grizzlies, the 7-game losing skid has been the talk of their team right now, trying to find a way to get out from underneath it and the pressure that it's brought. However, their last couple of games, their last 3, all decided by 1 to 2 goals. They've been in a bunch of dogfights early on. Sweeping it around, and Wandler, he'll get the stop there. Wasn't able to pick up the loose ball. It'll be scooped up at the far post. Gottfriedson to Watson and back. Gottfriedson to Watson. Captain Connor sends it down to the goal line side. Comes back up in behind. Quick shot at the back gate. They score. Blackfish get an early power play goal to break the goose egg. And they'll get on the offensive board, courtesy of your league leader, Laszlo Henning. Henning, quick shot for the back gate. Easy as she goes, is down low. Able to swing that one across. Nice shot fake by Umlaut. Freezes Wandler momentarily, long enough for Henning to be able to get the shot to go. Having a look, that is Laszlo Henning's 24th of the season. Connor Watson, his teammate behind him with 21 coming into this game. Watson had 11 points in their big 17-8 win against the league leaders on Sunday. As McKinley and McIntyre fake ball play into the left wing side. Spin move, Watson towards the front of the goal, pulls it back out. Here's the cutting play, and was just able to tip it towards the front. Wandler handles it with ease. 7:37 left to go. Coming up very soon will be the officials' timeout halfway through the first, as they'll play it around to the far side. Here's Sakani Baker. Baker back up high. Kask bumps. Can he take one hopper through the 5-hole? Score it. Drew Kask ties this game up at 1. Wasn't available on Sunday, but quickly reintroduces himself into the brand new week. Drew Kask and Laszlo Henning, the two goal scorers here. Kask just took the bump and was able to find the gap in the 5-hole. The one hopper makes it a 1-1 game. 7:25 left to go here. McIntosh and Willis lining up. Hammond and Baker lining up. As Dylan Doucette lost the draw to Barnes. Now they get a 3-on-2. Barnes waits, takes, and Wandler with a big stop there on the rush. Barnes took that one up with the faceoff circle, went right up Main Street. Aaron Sky trying to receive this one up the floor, just knocks it down. And will run an interference so that Ethan Quinn can get this one, but David Hammond staying with him. Ethan Quinn Into the offensive side of the floor, had the cutter up through the middle. Far side for Brunch. As Brunch towards the center, nice move into the center. And Mather will swallow it up again. Mather looking for somebody up the floor. Throws it to the near side as they're cutting through. Nearly put it back across the timeline. Roberts just able to side check Moffat. Henning across to McIntyre. Stutter steps. Tried the back in. Lost the coverage momentarily. Rosborski off of the wall. And here they go off to the races once again. 2-on-0 as they're able to beat back behind the defense. Quicken on goal. Score! Toru Morimatsu. Transition goal gives the Grizzlies the 2-1 lead with 6:25 left. Morimatsu put on the afterburners. See you later, bye. Great steal on the defensive end. He'll transition into the offense and put that one in the... Things kind of falling off a little bit as of late with a 7-game losing skid, but never fear, this team dangerous as ever. Nice cut play, unable to get it into the stick of Laszlo Henning. And here they go once again. The transition for the Grizzlies has been working hard here this evening. Aiden Baker to McGottfriedson, able to knock it away from him, but he recovers. Kask fakes, curls around to the outside. He'll just wait for the reinforcements. Under 6 to go. Here come the rest of the offense for the Grizzlies. Dulong's going to set up in behind the goal. Baker up high. Here's Willis. Far side Kask. Kask gets inside positioning. Good defensive recovery as Zubik got the stick on stick and it sends it over top of the goal. Shot clock violation. Skwerek will pick it up. As Skwerek looking up floor. Leaves it for Ethan Umlaut. As Umlaut drops it to the stick of the veteran Steve McKinley. McKinley around the outside, curls back on his strong side. Throw it across the floor. McIntyre looking in front for Roberts. Lewis and company collapse on him. 5:16 left to go. Sandwiched against the wall was McIntyre. As the clock winds down, he'll just be able to play the shot clock violation, get the advantage, and head up the floor. McIntosh, Kellner, Hammond, Jensen, and Barnes on defense. Dulong and Baker on the near side. Now Baker will work his way over to the far wing. Likes to work off of there. Willis gets the screen. Delayed penalty coming up here against the Blackfish. Tried the roller shot. There goes Wandler to the bench. 4:45. Dulong trying to get his one down low. Loose ball. Can't scoop it up. Mather will do so. And the delayed penalty going to be called here. Heading to the box, going to be Kellner. Looks to be a hold, if I remember hearing correctly, a holding the stick call. Going to go against Trent Kellner, number 34. So that will bring things back into the offensive side of the floor for the Grizzlies and a chance to make it a 3-1 game. Baker and Dulong will be at the goal line. Kask up in the middle with Willis and Brunch, the wings. Willis, Kask. Shooter spot, they set a screen, opening up Brunch up high. Jensen cuts him off. Willis lets it go, just misses the near side post. And the rebound held onto by Brunch. Minute 38 left to go in the power play. Far wing, Kask waits, takes, snipes it upstairs. Power play goal for Drew Kask. Drew Kask cradled that baby and let it go to the top shelf. That's a shooter's shot, as the power play goal comes to fruition and gives them the 2-goal lead. Again, Kask unavailable on Sunday for this Grizzlies side, and they definitely needed that extra little bit of offense to give them the push at the end. But Kask, you can see, happy with the handiwork as he let it go upstairs. 3-1 your score now. So Kellner back out onto the floor, right back out of the floor. He's out for the opening faceoff. And he and Barnes crisscross. Barnes will get it across the timeline to McGottfriedson heading up the far wing, but Barnes will hold. Thought about running towards the goal. He'll be forced to the outside as right now the Grizzlies playing high aggressively in the zone. Henning cutting towards the middle. Here's McKinley. McKinley from distance lets it go and ripped that one wide. Ethan Umlaut gets it off of the wall. Brought it back, swung it to the near side. Watson, Aiden Baker draped all over him. So 3:37 left. 3-1 the score. Grizzlies, sick and tired of the losing streak, have something to say about it in this game so far. Can they hold the lead that they build in this one, though? Moffitt rips it across to Brunch. Hammond and Kellner defending on the far side. Brunch let that one go up high. Willis taken down, loose ball picked up. Here go the Fish. McIntosh, Jensen, and Zubik. Zubik cut to the far side, gives it over. Jensen cutting in, dives, and unable to get the shot to go. Back out in front, nobody home. To the left side point now. Blackfish in the offensive side of the floor, though still. They'll have 22 seconds to work with. As McKinley still had it, left it all the way now to the near side. And the loose ball pick play called on the far side as Moog was taken down. 2:47. As Aaron Sky getting it across the timeline, gets it to Dulong, who will get in the offensive side of the floor. Squarick shielding him off of the ball. As Xander Quebeca stops Baker, they can't stop the shot though. Squarick will throw this one up for Quebeca. Xander Quebeca left the ball behind, thought he had it in the stick on the second opportunity. Now Quebeca leaves it, Gottfriedson. Gottfriedson to the far side of the floor. And they'll sling it back at the McIntyre. Right shooter spot, nice behind the back feed, Henning, stopped by Wandler. McIntyre and Henning, we've seen that two-man duo for quite some time. Nearly strikes again here. Near side corner, Hammond throwing it up the floor to Captain Connor. Watson, faked, comes in, gets it to Gottfriedson. He'll be tagged on the far side, trying to back in, pulls to the outside. Roseborski spins around out of the forehand, gives it over. Watson, pocket pass, in front, score! Nice pick and roll, finished off by Laszlo Henning. His second of this one is a picture-perfect play to make it a 3-2 game. Great two-man game on the pick and roll. Henning receives, turns, and is able to deposit it all in a nice fluid motion. Very tough to do in tight quarters. And the Laszlo Henning right now, both goals for the Blackfish. Over on the other side, 3 goals. On the side of the Grizzlies, maybe they'll make it another one as Barnes put it off of the goaltender. He bounced it in front. I think they're going to say that one, arguing on both sides as to whether that one was spiked off of the floor. It's going to go to the Grizzlies. Grizzlies, good recovery there by Watson, was able to chop it away from McCormick, but they get it over the timeline. Connor Abrams watching Willis, as Willis will hold near side. 1:19 left. Willis curls around the screen, lets it go right off of the shoulder, and picked up by Kellner. Zubik heading to the box as McKinley jumps into the rush with Kellner. Kellner will pull it back out, has the trailer, doesn't give it to McIntyre, he'll hold himself. Kellner back up to him, Lott. Roberts crosses over to the far side, now it's right wing. Here's McKinley. McKinley spins with the ball, back to McIntyre. McIntyre sees the lane, goes to the outside, now curls back to his forehand, now the backhand, in behind the goal, back in front. Roberts lets it go. Nice play, but stopped by Wandler. Here they go up through center again. 38 seconds left to go. Morimatsu hits the brakes and gives it to Lewis. 19 on the shot clock to work with here. Wandler's going to stay in. No last second goalie pull here. We'll see if they can try and go 2 for 1. 10 seconds now on the clock. Kask over to Baker. Baker deflected. Quebeca watching him. Baker behind the goal. Brunch tucking. He scores! 15.8 left to go. Kyle Brunch tucks that thing into bed and makes it 4-2. As Kyle Brunch, Baker finds him right at the back corner of the crease, keeps the tippy toes out, and is able to find just the right gap to get that one past Mather. The best momentum builders are the ones scored in the last minute because you carry a lot of that over into the next frame. Again, Connor Watson with first star honors in that one with an 11-point game, 50-plus saves for Brandon Humphrey. Dave Mather already in this one with a bunch of saves to his credit. I mean, early on, this game could have easily had a couple of extra goals on the side of the Grizzlies. They've been on the hunt from the opening faceoff. And here we go, our final play of the first. Roberts will start with it at the half line. 13 seconds. Roberts up through center. They're going to go 6-on-5. Roberts, far side. Stalking was McKinley. Fed it back across. Watson, scoop feed. Unable to get it to go. Watson lets it fly, and it's blocked at the last second. The Grizzlies, the bench fired up there. But they've kept out the least in the league. They've been the stingiest goaltending and defense. And Lee Jackman and Keegan Melanchuk, as well Nate Facine joining that rotation. Here's Gottfriedson to start things out. He's stripped of the ball, trying to find the loose one. As he would be called for going through the crease, he will be, as he's able to chop the stick away from Baker. Now here's Ethan Quinn. Ethan Quinn pivots around to the near side and leaves it for Baker calmly at the half line. Goaltenders switching ends for the second and the fourth, so watch out for those long changes for the offense and the defense. Brunch, far side for Moffat. Moffat gets around Quebeca, whips it in tight. Missed Cask, loose ball, 5 seconds. Baker turns and fires just over top of the goal. Mather going Matrix style there. 14-12. Quebeca sees the man coming off the bench. Here's Robert, stopped by Wandler. Just talked about it. You got to be careful. That offensive gate is so close to the opposing goaltender. Pocket pass there for Margitson. Margitson leaves it as McCormick will cut across to the left point. Faked. He'll take. What speed by McCormick, and unable to get the shot away. All of a sudden, Dylan McCormick shot out of a cannon down the left wing side and bursted in front of the goal, just unable to get the ball out of the stick at the angle he wanted. Here's Watson, 13-32. McIntyre cutting in, gets the screen. Quinn defending with Aiden Baker, back up high. McKinley to Imlot. Imlot has some action in the middle with Rosborski. Imlot shrugs off the check. In tight to McKinley, 3 seconds, loose ball. Wandler able to cover it up. Here's Doucette. Pulls that one up for Nash Moog. As Moog will leave it for Sakani Baker with 13:03 left to go. Baker setting up off of the near side. He'll give that one to Cask. Cask now to Brunch. He'll get it right back. Cask to the far wing for Moffat. Moffat. Intended pass to the near side wing. Didn't find anybody. They'll get it off of the wall. Here's Brunch. Swings through traffic. And Mather right there with him. Sakani Baker lurking in behind the goal just in case, but nobody able to get that ball to him. 12:35 now. Offensive floor for the Blackfish. Roberts sees a lane, gets wrapped up, taken down. Penalty coming here on Morimatsu. It's going to be a holding call as Roberts saw the lane from the far wing and hard charge towards the front of the goal. Morimatsu is going to make their way over to the penalty box, and the Blackfish now down by 2. They'll get a chance to make amends and make it a 1-goal game. Gottfriedson, Imlot, Watson, Henning, and Roberts. Lewis, Sky, Baker, and Quinn defending. Wandler in the goal. Gottfriedson and Captain Connor going to go back and forth. Now it's the far wing. Everybody going to get a couple of touches to warm up the power play here. It's like the crank on an old Ford truck. Back up. Watson to Roberts. Lewis and Baker defending on that far side. Gottfriedson lets the howitzer go, and it's stopped by Wandler, and a good rebound by Gottfriedson. Imlot takes the second pass, now far side for Roberts, around Lewis, back up high. Imlot in the shooter spot, fake the low shot, goes high, deflected over top of the goal. 17 left on the shot clock here. Picked up off of the far side for Roberts, here's Connor. Imlot lets it fly, good block there by Aaron Sky. And Wandler unable to dish that one away from Imlot, back in front, Gottfriedson in tight, and Wandler stays with that one too. Aaron Sky comes across on Tomek Gottfriedson. Ethan Quinn will be away the other direction. 11:32 left to go here. As 11.5. Ethan Quinn at the center line, 15 on the shot clock. 53 to go on the PK here. Brunch trying to pull this one around to the near side. Takes a couple of fakes, back up towards the center point. 1 second left, gets the shot away. Had Sakani Baker running around and behind the goal. And here they go. Reese Barnes has numbers. It's 3-on-1. Barnes passes. Imlot, he won't take. Wander was square, and Imlot thought better of it. Back up to McKinley. We'll give it right back to Umlaut. The veteran getting the power play time here. He's been on his fair share throughout his career. Quick pass back across around the defense. Quick pocket screen right in front, and McIntyre able to strip the ball away. Doucette, though, knocks it away. He'll get it into the stick and just try and throw that one back across. It's going to be the back floor violation. So a fresh 30 going to be coming. And McKinley picked that one up, and play started from back there. They figured it might have been able to start from the right side of the half line. Here we go, McIntyre scores! It won't count as a power play marker as it came just after the penalty expired, but Chase McIntyre put the chutzpah on that one and makes it 4-3. McKinley, again, he was wondering about the timing with the official, makes the pass across to McIntyre, wastes no time. Gets all the horsepower he needed on that one and will blast it past Wandler. It's back to a one-goal game, 4-3 now. Here goes Aiden Baker, has numbers, he'll take himself, and Mather collapses on top of it, back up to the vertical base, and there's the outlet feed. Ryan Jensen has it into his stick. Jensen far wing, McIntyre, Lewis defending. Roddy Jensen calling out the plays. Rosborski mixing it up in the middle, causing havoc right now. Sets another screen. Umlaut trades places with Gottfriedson right in the middle of McIntyre. Behind the back attempt, just wide of the goal. Watson, far wing, 5 seconds, takes the shot, made contact with the goaltender. Gottfriedson gets a loose ball. Now they got lots of time to work with. As Roddy Jensen whistling from the bench to let the team know to ease things up, slow it down a little bit. Here's Gottfriedson blocked. And Garrett Lewis, he saw the grimace there after he blocked that shot. Great effort. 13 on the clock. Umlaut, Roberts cutting in. Morimatsu bumps with him. Feeds it back out to Watson. Gottfriedson, 5 seconds. Roberts back up. Watson off the goaltender and out of play. They'll get another possession out of it. The Blackfish going to trade out a couple of players. McKinley and Henning going to step onto the floor in favor of McIntyre and Gottfriedson. McKinley takes the bump. Nice pass. Umlaut scores! McKinley sets it up. Umlaut knocks it down. 4-4 lacrosse game. Ethan Umlaut. The good little feed from Steve McKinley, and Ethan Umlaut makes this one a brand new lacrosse game, reset at 4-4. McKinley sweeps that one in, and Ethan Umlaut, good positioning on the roll towards the goal. The patience paying off. Face-off coming from center once again. It'll be Doucette and Barnes with another big win here. He's been exceptional so far tonight. Zubik cradling, lost the ball, was able to get it to McIntyre. He'll sweep it as Ryan Jensen holding right at the half line, and he'll make his way up the middle. Jensen far wing for Connor Watson. Took the hack from Aiden Baker, and he'll keep the play alive here. 12 seconds on the shot clock. McKinley to the near wing. McKinley in on Doucette, trying to find captain Connor Watson, dumping, and unable to get it over top of the shoulder as he just threw that off of the front of the goaltender. Aiden Baker stops at the near side points, leaves it for Sakani Baker, and he'll head off in the change. Sometimes we've seen Aiden Baker in more of an offensive role, but today he's playing on the defense, and we'll talk about the scratches, which might lead to that being why. Curling off the far side, Dulong looks up high for Baker, now around to the left wing. Grizzlies stalking, Brunch diving towards the goal, curls it back out to Baker. Up high, down low, too slow as the shot clock expires, and that one goes wide. 8:05. Connor Watson gives it across. Now here's the opportunity, puts it off of the post. Garrett Lewis, should say Nick Jensen actually started that play out. One of the newly donned alternates for the red and black. Moog gets the screenplay, feeds it over, Kask in tight, Willis scores! Pearson Willis gives his team back the 1-goal lead with 7:45 remaining. Transition play ends up with a tight pass into Willis, who's able to dive across and find the opposite corner. Moog Gives it to Kask, draws out the defender, and then Willis, full extension, gets the stick to the far post, and just able to beat Dave Mather. Barnes, another face-off win, as Ethan Umlaut gives it over. Connor Watson, cutting towards the goal, thought about the pick and roll pass, as Watson, around the far side wing, hits it to Ethan Umlaut near side. Ethan Umlaut through traffic, and that one takes a couple of hops up high. And that'll give us the officials' timeout. Halfway gone already with the second. That ball bounced off of the back wall, the roof, the side wall, and then went back into play, so they won't need a fresh lacrosse ball. But it serves as a reminder, if you haven't had the chance to come on down to the LEC Fieldhouse and watch one of these games in person, make sure if you do, that you keep your head on a swivel. We've had a couple of fans have a souvenir come right to their front doorstep. Pearson Willis for the Grizzlies. And Steve McKinley getting the assist on that most recent Blackfish goal by Ethan Umlaut. Umlaut cuts into the near side. Bodying on Lewis, couldn't pull it across. He'll fall down, but get the play over to Roberts. Sky guarding on Roberts. Roberts tried to cut to the middle. He'll be forced to the outside. Good defense. Roberts now sees Gottfriedson, can't make the pass. Ethan Quinn guarding on him. Time winding down. 3 seconds, just missed the near side corner. And Gottfriedson taken into the wall. They'll say he got it away in time, so no delay of game. As Lewis looking up floor, finds Morimatsu, who'll get it across the line with ease. Now, Conrad Square getting back into the play. Here's Kyle Brunch across. Can he get it away? No, steps inside. Here goes Xander Quebeca. Off to the races, but Sakani Baker stays right with him. And he'll leave that one. Great pass to the far side wing. Henning back across. As McKinley towards the center. That's where he got the pass to go for the tying goal earlier. Quick shot off of the pads. McIntyre going to work on Baker as the size advantage. Rosborski in there for the bump. Loose ball picked up. Time will start to wind down. Baker nearly gave it away to Umlaut. There goes Nash Moog. Nash Moog, we know he's got the legs. Has numbers with Margitson. Gets the screen, will Moog take. He'll feed it to the trailer off of the end wall. And settled down by Sakani Baker. Baker will hold at the center point. Waits for a couple extra bodies. As Sakani Baker will whip it into the near side. Curling around. Waits. Takes. Mather stopped that one. Brunch trying to come away with a loose ball, but Mather firmly had it covered. Reese Barnes cutting up the floor. Now he gets across the line just in the nick of time. Here's Ryan Jensen. Tried to let that shot go and just put it off of the floor wide and up out of play. This will give the Grizzlies another push with 5:32. LeBurge will find Sakani Baker down the near wing. As Sakani Baker gives it to Dulong into the corner now for Pearson Willis. Dulong muscling his way inside, and a delayed penalty coming here as a result. Sakani Baker right around the outside, forced there by Connor Abrams. Still with the ball now. Baker cradles. Curling back out towards the point, feeds it across. Back, Brunch shoots wide of the goal. Loose ball gets past him. 2 seconds left. He'll take a long ball. The shot clock expires before that one gets to the goal. Mather just kind of swiped the stick at it. It went in, but well after the whistle had gone. So the Blackfish going to get a cross-checking call against Trent Kellner. So more power play time coming here for the Grizzlies with 5:01 left. Drew Kask will start out with it and feed it in for Brunch. Now down for Sakani Baker. So the 3 righties, 2 lefties here for the Grizzlies. Willis working it around the outside, gets it back here. Willis back up to Kask. They give and go as he goes towards the goal. Willis lets it go off of the post. Gets his own rebound off of the wall. Fresh 30. Dulong in tight. Thought about the pass across. Here's Brunch. Up high. Down low. Dulong across. Here's Kask. High-low shot. Rebound. Score it. What a play for Sakani Baker. Kask at the shot from the near side, and then Sakani Baker cleans up the rebound. Mather swiped at that loose ball, Nobody else was able to get a stick on it. Sakani Baker says, I'll take that one, thank you. And is able to put it away, a 2-goal advantage now. Power play goal for Sakani Baker gives his team the 2-goal lead. Reese Barnes, something to say about it here, right up the middle. He'll put it off of the post. Gottfriedson stopped by Wandler. As Gottfriedson on the follow-up was nearly able to beat the goaltender 5-hole. Reese Barnes just pounded that one off of the post. Margitson waits, he'll take, he scores! Margitson in transition will drive the wedge a little further, 7-4 Grizzlies. Jack Margitson, a seemingly harmless shot from distance, finds a way to handcuff the goaltender as just whips it around Trent Kellner, bottom right corner. And that's all he needed to drive this wedge back up to 7-4. Off of the draw, Ethan Quinn gonna get a hold of this one. Leaves it for Brunch down the near side. Pulls up at the stoplight, and he'll hold. Guarding him was Barnes. Coming in off of the bench was Dulong. He'll stay up high in the zone here. Dulong to Willis. 3-goal lead now, largest of the game for the Grizz. Gets around his own man, across, he'll score! The defense falling apart for the Blackfish here as Willis gets his second of the game. Pearson Willis ran into his own man there momentarily, got around the outside of him as Dulong all of a sudden showed up there. Willis with a shot fake and then puts it around Mather. And that is going to do it possibly here. They'll call for the goaltending swap and it'll come here. So Dave Mather, that's going to do it for him for now. Brandon Humphrey getting set to come into this game. Humphrey started the game against the Shooting Eagles on Sunday. Came away with a 51 save performance, only allowing 8 goals against the league's most potent offense. So Mather was valiant early on, got peppered for a couple of goals here in recent, and that will bring Humphrey into the game. Connor Watson nearly taken into the open door on the bench, being worked against the bench on the far side, held up as the ball comes loose for Morimatsu. Morimatsu left wing side, has numbers with Moffat and company, spins. Defender fell down, Morimatsu still with the ball here. Taken down, cutting through the middle. Right back up to vertical base was McCormick. Kask finds McCormick. 3:14 left to go here. Brandon Humphrey, how will he fare against some of his first shots? Gets the stop on that one as McCormick cutting across the zone got the shot from distance. Starts on the far side for Moffat now. Moffat curling, gives it to Brunch. Brunch around Kask to his left, takes the one hopper, misses wide. And that one, as the Blackfish finally picking it up, here goes Nick Jensen. Jensen saw the rusty gate going there as he tried to swing it around the outside. Feeds it to Watson, now to McIntyre. McIntyre over to Ethan Amlott on the near side. 2:45 left to go here. Back to the far wing. Taking the shot upstairs. Wandler gets the stop. Wandler looking for the touchdown up the floor. It's over Margitson. Humphrey thought about coming out to meet him as Margitson will just take the contact with the man against the wall. Picked up. And up the floor goes Kellner. As Kellner will pull it around to the outside with Ethan Amlott. Not going to waste any valuable opportunities here, especially with the team down by 4. But remember, the Blackfish with 11 unanswered on Sunday. Watch for that offense to catch fire. Amlott trying to feed it inside for Watson. Picked off by Lewis. Bumps. Rosborski keeps it alive. 5 seconds left to go here. In the middle. Henning can't get it away. And it'll come over to the near side as Watson takes the cross check in the middle from Baker. Here goes LeBurge up the left wing. Under 2 minutes to go. Watson heading off onto the bench. Couple of words exchanged between both sides. Sakani Baker now. Baker pivots around to his offside. Now he'll come right back towards the middle. A minute 37 left to go here. Willis feeds. Baker low. Nice behind the back pass. Picked up 4 seconds. Dulong takes the contact, wrapped up, coming through, and then he'll drop the ball as the shot clock expired. Dulong getting wrapped up by two players there as Gottfriedson carries up the near side wing. Takes the contact, spins, diving, puts it wide. And Gottfriedson got a whole bunch of the posts there. It's going to be a check from behind on Sakani Baker as Gottfriedson. He took the contact from the stick and then did a nice quick spin move to cut towards the front of the goal. So Grizzlies up by 4. Now they'll be down a man. This will be a very important power play for the Blackfish here. As they'll start with it up high now into the near side corner. Again, they'll warm it up, giving everybody some touches as McKinley and Watson go back and forth. McKinley walks in, feeds it across. Roberts looking for a lane. Now he gets one, and Wandler stays with him. Put that shot right into the chest of the goaltender. Here's the outlet feed as Ethan Quinn, one man against the world, feeds it across to Pearson Willis. 45 seconds left to go here in the frame. As Willis charging in off of the far side, looking to feed it across, finds Brunch. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Minute 24 on the penalty. Willis, get a quick pass to Brunch, takes the shot off of the netminder. He'll get the loose ball. Great work on the PK here. No shot clock to worry about anymore. They could just run this one into the intermission if they wanted to. As Brunch will pull it to the outside, I would imagine they're going to get one last play out of it here. Brunch and Lewis. As Zubik doubles on Brunch. Brunch loses the ball momentarily. He'll pick it up. 7 seconds. Around the screen. Feeds it in tight. Missed him off of the wall. 2 seconds left. They go up the floor, and time will wind out as Zubik. Good battle there with Lewis near the end. We come to the next frame, sitting at 8-4 for the Grizzlies. This game pretty close. Leo and Emily on the cameras, Carson on the replay in the back. Fred Rannard, the veteran on the in-arena PA to help bring you all the best of the Arenalacrosseleague West here from beautiful Langley, BC. As we go off of the opening draw to kick off the second half, Roberts will give it back to Henning. The Blackfish start with the opening possession and they stay on the power play. The chance here to draw back within 3. Down low. As they'll come out of the corner, quick shot, put it off of the post. It sounded like might have got a little bit of it, did the netminder. And because it went off of the post, there's no over and back, so Henning able to scoop this one up and head back out the other way. Tomek Gottfriedson, Laszlo Henning. Henning thought about going around the defense. Here's Gottfriedson, and Wandler gets a hold of it. Loose ball, where is it? It's right at the top of the crease, and Doucette fakes. Now he'll make the pass up to Aiden Baker. And the Grizzlies get out of dodge easily enough there. Willis fakes. He'll keep it on the near side wing as Sakani Baker came out of the box. Now we're back to 5 aside. Baker out of the box, looking to make an immediate impact. Gives it to Willis, and Humphrey gets the stop there. Loose ball. He'll scoop it up. And Squarick going to get a loose ball push on Willis. Willis will scoop up the loose ball, and Squarick giving him the business. Letting him know after that loose ball push call on the near side. We'll see the big man continue to play defense here as Sakani Baker will go across to Willis. Picked off. Nick Jensen can't get out the other way with it, though. And then Squarick gives Willis another one. Lost his stick there as now Willis and Squarick will shove a little bit. The loose ball fought for against the wall. And then Squarick goes right back in on Willis. They'll continue to push and shove here. The officials letting him go. They'll head off to the bench, and we'll have to keep those numbers and watch out for them as this game goes along. About 2 minutes gone by here in the frame. McIntyre around the screen, put it off the back of the defense. Might have hit Garrett Lewis. Back up high to Umlaut. Umlaut will drag it around to the far side. Pulls onto the forehand. Wandler got a piece of it. He'll hold on. As the Blackfish trying to will their offense forward here. As the Grizzlies walking in, takes the shot over top of the goal. Nash Moog going headhunting there, nearly got Brandon Humphrey right in the mask. As Baker, far side, Jensen defending. Barnes, Hammond, McIntosh and company. Up high. Brunch actually got it in his stick. No, it was Dulong. Got the shot away. McCormick took the shot up high. And going through the crease, called on Brunch. So Kellner sends it ahead to Barnes as they'll look to get out of the zone. As Kellner and company, the officials watching everything behind the play. As Roberts feeds it across. Ethan Umlaut waits, pulls it around to the forehand. As he'll send it across to Laszlo Henning on the near side as Henning takes the long ball, stopped by Wandler. Aiden Baker trying to pick up the loose ball. He'll be shepherded into the corner. Loose ball still comes free. Tamek Gottfriedson in there as well. Roberts comes away with it out of the pile, swims around the defender, tried to cut in front, forced to the outside. Up high, in and out of the stick of McIntyre, picked up by Roberts. Roberts to McIntyre, put the one arm out to pull that one down from the heavens. McIntyre backing in, tried the pocket feed off of the bump and roll. Laszlo Henning unable to get it to go as it was the illegal pick called. Grizzlies, Ethan Quinn backed the defense in and made the pass. He'll head off on the change. Far side, Kask with a lane all of a sudden. One hopper goes over the back wall. And the Grizzlies square going to pick that one up. They're calling for delay of game on Dulong as he goes forward, and then Dulong upstairs. Both of them might actually go away with coincidentals here as Square continues to jaw with Dulong as they make their way to the bench. But right now, it's a delayed penalty going to go against the Grizzlies. I think it's going to be Dulong for a cross-check up high. As Umlaut scoops it back up to McIntyre through traffic, stopped by Wand. There's a loose glove or something over in the slots. And so Dulong, some clapping from the coaching staff for the referees. As Dulong going to get called for the cross-check. And Nash Moog's going to pick up a slash. So 2 penalties called here on the Grizzlies. All of a sudden a 5-on-3 as the ball put into play. The Blackfish took too long, so they'll send McIntyre out to scoop it up. So McIntyre is just going to wait, back up at the center line, over, across Wandler. He's a quick goaltender. They'll have to get him moving here. Watson back over. Quick pocket Pete in front. No, they're unable to get it. It came in and out of the stick of Laszlo Henning. Loose ball push, stays with the Fish. Back up high to Watson. Watson loads behind the back pass. Henning, score it! Laszlo Henning completes the hat trick. A power play goal will make it a 3-goal game. So Dulong comes out of the box. Nash Moog will remain. And the Blackfish, unsportsmanlike called here. As I believe one of the coaching staff on the side of the Grizzlies just picked up a tech. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. Moffitt is going to come across to serve it. So now they go back to the 5-on-3. Things going from bad to worse for the Grizzlies here. So Barnes in on the draw. Jensen will be behind him. And Barnes, he controls another faceoff. 3-on-2 into the zone. Barnes feeds it over, and they'll just wait. 1:25 left to go in the 5-on-3. So Moog's penalty, the one with the lesser amount of time on the board. And then it's the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty that serves right here. Puts it off of the post as Laszlo Henning nearly found his 4th as they keep finding him at that near side post. Across, quick shot, they'll score. Back gate for Laszlo Henning, make it 4. 2-goal game now. 8-6. Your score as Laszlo Henning gets it to go once again. Back-to-back power play goals are giving the Blackfish some life. So now they go 5-on-4. In off of the draw. Kellner will come away with it. Again, incredible work by Reese Barnes in this game. Near wing as Connor Watson holds possession. McKinley down low. They'll play with everybody up in the offensive zone now that it's 5-on-4. McIntyre gets a back screen, gets it right back behind the back feed. Watson, stopped by Wadler, rebound, they score! 1 goal game, 3 power play goals back to back to back. The Blackfish have returned out of the intermission with a vengeance. As Jordan Roberts will tuck the rebound home. McIntyre on the give and go was able to get the back pass to Watson, and the rebound didn't even get it into his stick. Roberts tried to scoop it up. And procedure going to be called as the Blackfish will get the ball here. Gottfriedson across the timeline, and he'll hold here. So just like that, out of the intermission, the Blackfish come streaming back, swimming upriver to make this a 1-goal game. Ethan Umlaut around the outside, cutting towards the goal, forced to the outside, but still holds the ball in behind the goal. Tried to find Henning in front, picked off. Here goes Morimatsu. Morimatsu swimmed around, then came to the near side. He'll hit the man streaking down the far side. It's Brunch. Brunch pulled it back to the forehand, couldn't pull the trigger. As Brunch takes the contact towards the front of the goal, and behind McCormick, put it over top of the goal on the tuck attempt. As Gottfriedson, touchdown pass. Abrams couldn't handle it though. Abrams towards the front of the goal, he'll pivot to the outside. As McKinley calling for the last offensive player to get back towards the center. It'll be Henning as McIntyre hits him with a pass. Abrams replaced by Rosborski. Rosborski to Henning. Now to McIntyre. 6 on the shot clock. McIntyre takes contact, feeds it to McKinley. McKinley back to Henning, lets it wide of the goal. And I believe we're going to get a too many men penalty called against the Blackfish here. Either that or delay of game. We'll see the signal as Chase McIntyre arguing his case. 2 minutes. Is that a butt-ending call? I wasn't familiar with the signal. So right now it's listed as, isn't that a double minor? Huh. So it's called a spear, but only 2 minutes is listed up on the board right now, unless spearing in lacrosse is just simply a regular singular minor. Quick shot, they score. Kyle Brunch, power play goal, 13 seconds in. So Kyle Brunch lets this one go from his favorite spot. Good movement across the zone to drag Squarick down low, lest they get the pass across to Sakani Baker. And a 2-goal lead back up on the board. Doucette and Barnes. Another great battle in the crease. This one will go to Aiden Baker and the Grizzlies. Baker down the near side wing, pivots around. The reinforcements back up the other side. They'll give it to Moffat. Moffat into the near side wing, guarded by Kellner. Back in behind the goal for McCormick. Now Moffat gets it back. Moffat cuts to the middle, takes the shot upstairs. That'll be scooped up by Humphrey. Humphrey surveying the floor, sees Barnes cutting up the center. He'll get the pass to him as Moffat tried to cut him off at the center line. Barnes around the outside, had Roberts cutting up the center, couldn't find him the ball. Gottfriedson in down the wing for McKinley. McKinley sees one man to beat, stalking in, feeds it across. Roberts swings, and that one tagged off the side of the goaltender and comes free. Loose ball, everybody coming forward here. Gottfriedson into the pile as well. And then Garrett Lewis with a bunch of shoves for Gottfriedson, which you can't even blame Gottfriedson, as now we'll get our officials timeout. It's like when a player pushes the defender into a goaltender and then gets mad at the player they pushed into the goaltender. Garrett Lewis cross-checked Gottfriedson, who then ran into one of the other Grizzlies in the pile, and then Lewis started giving him the gears for it. In the second, as the Grizzlies were able to walk in towards the goal, Pearson Willis got a couple as he was able to get to the front of the net fairly easily. Humphrey comes in relief. He had 51 saves against the Shooting Eagles on Sunday. Cass trying to get around Zubik, can't do it. Baker to Willis. Quick shot, stopped by Humphrey. Willis taking it to the boards. Him and Squarick have been battling all evening long. And Squarick goes back up high to tag Dulong. He'll stay with him out the far side. Far wing. Here's Brunch, takes the high-low shot, and a toe save there by Humphrey. Humphrey just able to kick out the leg at the last second. That ball was labeled for the bottom corner. Jensen leaves it for Connor Watson. As Watson going to bring it back towards the center. Fake the scoop pass, goes to Ethan Umlaut in the right wing. Back to the left side. Henning down low to Watson. Watson curling around the double screen, feeds it in and out of the stick. Umlaut can't get it to go. McIntyre trying to find the loose ball. Wandler collapses on it. And Aaron Sky having a quick conversation with the Blackfish player beside the goal. Here's Morimatsu once again. Into the offensive floor for the Blackfish. Moffat with it on the near wing. Barnes coming over to tag him. Barnes, one hopper over to Drew Cask, coming in with Pearson Willis. Abrams and Kellner on the far side. McCormick. Nice move, falling down. We'll just take the spike shot off of the floor. And the Blackfish will gain possession here. 5.5 left to go in the third. Barnes, he'll leave it ahead. Ethan Umlaut was cutting through the middle. He'll be tagged and out the other side as Jaden LaBerge was back. Watson a give and go, now back up high for McIntyre, right wing. Curling towards the center, gives it across to Watson. Out to tag him was Nash Moog. Moog will stay with Watson. Now he'll switch on to Henning, who gets the ball. Henning behind the back feed. And everybody up in arms right now about a non-call possibly on Garrett Lewis as he was taken down coming across the center. Grizzlies, though, get possession here and they'll stay with it. A slashing penalty going to come on Squarick as that one popping in and out of the stick. Conrad Squarick tagged Aiden Baker upstairs. Cam Anderson, Zach Jones, and Josh Beauregard, your officials in this one. Squarick continuing to plead his case, but the slash going to be the call, and the Grizzlies get another chance here. Blackfish in this one, no Aiden Murphy, nor Brian Gillis or Logan Mellish. On the other side, Nathan Bell, Brian Smith, Mitchell Nole, Striker Roloff, and Andrew Joseph all out for the Grizzlies. Baker's going to start with it on the far side, go back up to Cask. Now Willis, back to Drew Cask. In between the defense, tried the spike shot, put it off of the floor, no deflection. So Jensen, he's going to run out of this one around the outside on Willis. Jensen, short-handed, sweep shot down low. Loose ball, fought for. Jensen comes away with it. Good penalty killing there for Nick Jensen. Spent some time over the last couple of seasons with the Colorado Mammoth. Watson backing in, sees the man cutting through the middle was McKinley. McKinley stays around the outside of the crease lest he be called for going through. Here's Roseborski, one man to beat around the outside of Aaron Sky. Roseborski feeds it back over. Watson, 9 seconds, gets it over top of the defense, but can't get it past Wandler. As the referee blowing play dead there before Watson could try and fish the rebound out of the pads. Morimatsu to Cask. Another offensive set here with 1:07 left to go on the power play for the Grizzlies. Baker up to Cask up high. Cask far side, back up high now. They'll work their way around. Trading places. Dulong was trying to find Baker. McIntosh, couple of stick checks. Big knock into the boards by Jensen. They'll just sweep that one back out towards the Grizzlies side. Shot clock winds down. Aiden Baker's going to stay right with that one as he'll shepherd it into the corner. 45 seconds left to go on the power play. This will be a critical shift for the offensive PK here for the Blackfish. They got 22 more seconds they can kill off. Squarick still in the box for another 32. McKinley holds serve up high. Now he'll work his way around the far wing. McKinley takes the bump towards the left wing side. McKinley high steps behind the back shot wide of the goal. Picked up by Margitson. A couple of players were chatting. The stick was broken as they'll come up the floor now here. 3 minutes left to go. Margitson leaves it for Willis. Willis, 5 seconds to go on the power play. Cask the trailer, fakes, gives it to Willis. Back to Cask around the defense, and a good stave there by Humphrey. Ken Humphrey finds Squarick. One hopper, Squarick gets it in the stick, but backpedaling, unable to get that one back towards the front of the goal. Good release though on the outlet play. gave the Grizzlies pause. Henning encroaching in. Gives it around the outside. Nice feed back in the center. Watson spins. Watson scores! Connor Watson puts the defender on the spin cycle and cleans up in front of the goal. 2:27 left to go. Captain Connor brings the game back within one. As Henning finds it for Watson, who spins off of the defense inside. Doucette can't recover in time, and Watson able to crest the goal line to make it a 9-8 game. His team needed that one as the stick lost. Jensen trying to get back into the fray here. McCormick had the man in front but fell down before he could make the fray. The pass, I should say. My goodness, the play, the fray, the pass. Getting tongue-tied here on a Tuesday night. Aiden Baker now. The stick going to be picked up by Ryan Jensen finally as Brunch, far side, calling out the screens and the plays here. Brunch takes the shot, he scores! Ryan Jensen frustrated there as Brandon Humphrey was able to get part of it, but not all of it. Kyle Brunch will light the red lamp once again. Hat trick for Kyle Brunch as number 33 gives his team back the 2-goal lead. Brunch gets enough daylight coming off of the screen from Sakani Baker. And it's double digits for the Grizz. Doucette gonna win the draw. Barnes has pretty much held the advantage most of this game. But Doucette gets that one. And Barnes and Gottfriedson take him into the bench as this one will come across to Pearson Willis. Willis back up high. Grizzlies, a minute and a half left to go in the frame. They're looking to get hungry on the offense once again. Kellner defending on Baker, getting around the screen. Abrams up high. He pops out to guard Baker. Willis now over, in and out of the stick of McCormick. Baker, though, elevator shot, missed the top floor. And shot clock violation, so the Blackfish will get the ball down in Grizzlies territory. The official going to pick up this one, and they'll start with it in the near side corner. Watson in behind the goal. Roberts back to the near wing for Watson. Watson to Henning. Notes him lot. Takes the long ball. Just missed the official, actually, tagging the back window. McIntyre back to Ethan Umlaut. Chase McIntyre. Here's Watson again. From the near wing, gets away in the center, right up Main Street, puts it off of the netminder. Looks like he actually just shot it wide, no reset of the shot clock. Player taken down. As this one finally into the stick of Nash Moog. A 2-on-1 brewing out of nowhere here. Nash Moog! And way up high to stop that one was Brandon Humphrey. As Nick Jensen with a bit of a shove for Nash Moog. Humphrey will throw that one up to Ryan Jensen. Nash Moog trying to strip that one away from Jensen. He does, then pushes him down. No loose ball push called as Henning picks it up here. Henning whips it across. Final 30 seconds stolen away by Garrett Lewis. Things breaking down in the final stages. Delayed penalty, possibly no, they're just going for the extra attacker. Wandler on the bench, no, he's going back as they left the extra man out. Good solid play for the Blackfish here. Now Wandler heads to the bench. No shot clock to worry about, they'll go 6-on-5. Brunch, high stepping, feeds it, Baker diving! They'll ask the far official, and he scores! The back official, they were waiting to double check and see if he had stepped inside. Quick changes by the defense to try and get an offensive player out of the gate right in on the netminder. Here we go with the final 15 here from the Fieldhouse. 3-goal advantage for the Grizzlies coming out of the third quarter. What can they do with it here? Gottfriedson puts that one off of Wandler and out of play, so earning an early possession here for the Blackfish. Connor Watson to Tomek Gottfriedson. Gottfriedson sends it over. McIntyre waits, gets out of the forehand. He scores! Chase McIntyre put the horsepower on that one once again. Gets through Wandler, and Wandler, as he tried to sweep the hand behind him, ended up knocking it over the goal line. So Chase McIntyre strikes first here in the fourth, as that one bobbled around, and before Wandler could fall down on top of it to freeze it, accidentally knocked it over the line. 2-goal game. as the officials watching everything here like a hawk. Players itching to get into the offense quickly here. Nice fake by Barnes, gets Ethan Quinn into the air to open up a little bit of space. Now Connor Watson, the captain, pulling Margitson out towards the top of the zone. Morimatsu, Baker, Doucette, Quinn, and Margitson the defense here. Here's Imlot. Ethan Imlot. Here's the cutter and Roberts, couldn't find him. Morimatsu out the other way with speed, has Aiden Baker with him. Morimatsu round the outside and hung up there by Ethan Imlot. Good recovery on the defensive stick check to wrap him up. Blackfish into the offensive side of the floor. McKinley across to Watson, in tight. Roberts tried to sweep it through the 5-hole and couldn't do it. Wandler stayed with him. And this one will be outletted up the middle. Garrett Lewis with it right now. Tomek Gottfriedson all over him. Here's Drew Kask now. Again, the fourth quarter underway here from the field house. Kask stalking in off of the near wing. Leaves it for Brunch and he'll get it right back. Kask over to the far side. Pearson Willis. Over, Brunch can't pull the trigger. Able to swim through, getting inside positioning. Humphrey gets the save and gets the rebound too. Outlet feed to Tomek Gottfriedson. Seen him on the floor quite a bit in this game. Gottfriedson backing in, fake the pass across. As Gottfriedson up high. Over to the far side for McIntyre. Trading places, gets a screen from Henning. 13 minutes left. Watson, no lane to shoot. Sky draped all over him. Watson down low, 2 seconds to Roseborski, they score! Roseborski's fired up as the buzzer beater draws them back within 1. Connor Watson, the patience paying off as he was finally able to find Roseborski at the near post. Connor Watson took this ball for a walk, wined it, dined it, made it a nice meal, and then passed it over to Roseborski before he put it in the back of the goal. 12:50 left to go. We got a 1-goal game. Are the Grizzlies on the verge of another heartbreak here? Ethan Quinn gets it up into the offensive floor for Nash Moog. Moog will slow things down. Baker joining with McCormick, Brunch, and Dulong. Dulong, far side wing, gets it back up high to Moog, now over, as they'll wait off of the near side. Brunch pulls it around the outside, and gonna be illegal pick, I believe, called as possession coming for the Blackfish here. Jensen in up the center, gives it to him Lott, can't get it across to Roberts, he'll pull it around to the outside. As Jensen heading off on the change. Back up high, 12:04 now. Watson sidesteps the outcoming check. Margitson recovers. Watson, one hand on the stick, holds it up high, gives it to him Lott. McKinley setting a screen, Lott cutting in, tried to tuck it back in. No, he stepped inside. As Ethan Imlot, I try to say he was in the air before he crested the line. But no, they're gonna say that one was a step inside. Referee right beside him on the near side in position. 17 seconds. Sakani Baker takes a couple of contacts but stays vertical. Draws McIntosh out, it goes back up to Drew Kask, has a lane, good recovery, nice block by Kellner. Kellner taking it to the wall, loose ball push. So Kellner gets possession, throws it up to Nick Jensen. Jensen has McIntyre coming in off of the far side, but not much else going on with it there. 11:16 left to go. Near side, Roseborski, the most recent goal scorer. Fakes the pass across, Doucette comes out to challenge him. Roseborski shrugs him off, spins, fires. Wandler gets that one in the stick and holds on. Moog, as Roseborski was dumped in front of the Blackfish bench. Went undetected, Moog right up Main Street. Moog fires, stopped by Humphrey. As the loose ball goes to the Grizz. 10:48 left to go here. Brunch, near side is everybody coming together up high in the zone. Dulong looking for something. Moog's gonna head off on the change. He'll be replaced by Baker. Willis finds Baker, now near side wing. Brunch cutting in, curls around the outside, gets a nice back screen. Gives it to Willis. 7 seconds across. Baker towards the center. Long shot. Loose ball shoveled towards the goal. And that one stays under the netminder. Loose ball going to be picked up. It doesn't cross the line. Brandon Humphrey stands tall. Sakani Baker all over Reese Barnes. He'll find it to Connor Watson. Opportunity here. They were waiting for the last change there by Sakani Baker and the Grizzlies. McIntyre, Lewis checking him off of the far side. Ethan Quinn got a screen on him. Now Ethan Umlaut. Around Morimatsu. Good recovery behind the back feed. In and out of the stick. McKinley can't get it. As Lewis will pick it up. And here's the outlet feed. LaBerge. Under 10 to go. Single digits here in the fourth quarter. Close game. 11-10. Grizzlies hold the advantage. As Kask. Brunch able to slip through. He scores! 4 for Kyle Brunch as he slips his way through the defense and receives the feed from Drew Kask. 12-10 your score with 9:33 left to go. Brunch gets around Abrams and fluid motion puts that one in the top corner. Kyle Brunch, an exceptional part of this Grizzlies offense all season, has come through here tonight. Sky, Doucette, Baker, Quinn. Last man coming in is Margitson. Watson gives this one up high. Again, a 2-goal advantage once again for the Grizzlies. Roseborski, far side. Watson gets a screen from Roberts. Sky able to recover though. Watson diving. He scores! Superman, is that you? A little bit of hang time from Connor Watson as he goes airborne and brings it back within 1. As Roseborski returns the favor, he'll find Connor Watson off of the far side. And then Watson, little bit of hang time before he's able to dunk that one into the near side post. Face off coming here. Tied up. Barnes scoops it loose and Squarek gets the ball. As Squarek feeds it for Reese Barnes. And behind the goal will be Roberts. Coming in off the bench was Laszlo Henning. He'll release to the far corner. Nice move. Roberts cutting in, has the cutter in McIntyre. Roberts can't get the ball away, gives the pass. Now up to McKinley. McKinley lost it on the cradle. And Lewis out through center. Has Ethan Quinn with him. Garrett Lewis has the trailer. Quinn will take and Humphrey gets the stop. Humphrey holds the line there as the Blackfish down by 1. 8:18 left to go. Grizzlies led by as much as 4 goals. It was 8-4 going into the intermission. Blackfish hanging around right now. Brunch to Kask. Far corner, Moffat has trouble with it. Hammond collapses, Moffat, scoop feed to Willis, 3 seconds, fakes, takes, scoops through. That one dangerously along the goal line. Squeaked through Brandon Humphrey. Here they go, hard charging up through center, gives it to Watson. Morimatsu defending on Watson. Here's streaking in, Robert scores! Off of the far side, he goes right from the offensive gate to the back of the net. Roberts makes it a 12-12 game. Roberts, one of the last men in off of the offensive change, gets in behind everybody and beats Wandler to draw even. 7:38 right now. Blackfish needed one more guy on the floor, so out goes Nick Jensen. And this one, Doucette's going to come away with it. Getting inside positioning on Barnes. Now he'll curl to the outside. Doucette feeds it down low to McCormick, and he'll set things up here. Into Kask, 17 on the shot clock. Kask being worked over by Squarek with the cross checks. Down low, in front. Baker can't get the shot to go. Here's Dulong. Dulong riding his way in. Stepped inside. And that will be the officials' timeout. Dulong ran right into one of the Blackfish in front of the goal. And they'll say that. So it'll start down to the Blackfish end. Connor Watson gives it to Ethan Umlaut. Now McKinley gonna set up on the near side, so 3 righties, 2 lefties. McIntyre with Henning over on that far side. McKinley now over. Watson through traffic off of the post and scooped away by Henning back in front. Blocked by Lewis. Critical right place, right time scenario for Garrett Lewis as he blocked that one after the loose ball was scooped away and sent right back in front. Here's Moffitt to Willis, right wing side, now back to the center point. Here's Moog spinning as he'll feel this one. Here's Willis over top of the goal, loose ball to the near wing as it'll be scooped up. Here's numbers for the Blackfish. Ethan Umlaut, he's gonna pull it out. Now he'll spin towards the front of the goal. Sakani Baker watching him. Ethan Umlaut will just scoop it as the Blackfish will wait at the offensive gate to see who they're going to need for personnel. McIntyre, the last man to join the fray. Roseborski cutting in, working on Doucette, just scoops that one low. They'll get a fresh 30. Connor Watson going to slow things up as Roberts was showing in front, got inside positioning on Baker. McIntyre, one man to beat, it's Quinn. Backing in, forced to the outside, gives it to Gottfriedson. Gottfriedson, stopped by Wandler. Loose ball, bounces around, Aiden Baker comes away with it. Baker tried to swim around Gottfriedson, lost the ball momentarily. Morimatsu feeds it down low to Willis. Willis back up high. Kyle Brunch gonna go to Drew Kask. The usual suspects out on the floor here for the Grizzlies. Kask over as Willis scoops it back up to Dulong. And they'll challenge up high in the zone. Loose ball, kicked forward. Here goes Jensen. Scoops it up. Can they find the lead? Jensen scores! Nick Jensen out the other way. Fakes, takes. Blackfish by 1. As Nick Jensen, off of the hefty work in the defensive zone by he and his teammate, able to pick up that loose ball, and it's off to the races. Blackfish have come back from down 4 going into the intermission. They now lead by 1, 13-12. And they'll get another possession here off of the procedure call. Barnes to Watson, now to Umlaut in the near side wing. Umlaut whips it across. McIntyre. McKinley to Umlaut again. Lewis defending, now McIntyre working it around to the far side. Ethan Quinn up on that side with Jaden LeBurge. Illegal pick called on Henning as the Grizzlies get the ball here. Ethan Quinn uses the official and passes it around in behind him. Garrett Lewis running out of time, but he'll get over just before the 8 seconds. Back up to Brunch. Blackfish gonna have to play a hefty defense here. Grizzlies in attack mode. Willis, Moffitt gets the screen. Willis, put it off of the netminder. And then Squarick pushing the man down there as he got tangled up with Garrett Lewis. Conrad Squarick just gonna leave his stick be. Now he'll come up to grab it. Opens up a lane for Brunch. Now he gets back in the fray. Moffitt out of his stick to Willis. Fresh 30 was being worked on here, so it's 16 now left on the clock. Baker towards the middle, rolling shot, handcuffs Brandon Humphrey. It's a tie game. As Sakani Baker let the roller go through traffic. He'll tie this one back up as Brandon Humphrey, I'm not sure he expected that one to stay so low to the floor. Baker got Abrams in his sights and just let that one go. It went off the inside of the leg of Humphrey, just out the outside of the stick. Under 4 to go. Doucette, now a 2-on-1 with Baker. Doucette going in, stopped by Humphrey. Humphrey gonna release to Squarick, and Squarick just let Doucette take that shot. He blocked the pass all the way to the offensive player, and Baker let Humphrey go mano-a-mano with Dylan Doucette. Umlaut, long ball blocked through the middle. They'll say that one went off of one of the Grizzlies, so Humphrey's going to come out and play this one. 5 seconds left. He's just going to have to throw it into the corner. Skies it, as that one will take a jump off of the back wall and gives the scorekeepers a scare, as that one goes right back into play. 3:13 now. Offensive set for the Grizzlies. Kyle Brunch will work his way around the near side. David Hammond off the screen. Drew Kask knocked down. Zubik has it in his feet. He kicks it forward. Picked up as Kyle Brunch took a couple extra hacks. No call. Baker gives it right back. And up high, they're going to watch Baker. As now they'll release the zone. Wandler comes out of the goal. Throws that one up. He'll play pass with Brandon Humphrey. So Humphrey has it in the stick, and Wandler let it go before the shot clock expired. So no delay of game. Coming in, Nick Jensen, couple of high steps, will curl around. 2.5 left to go now here in the fourth. Watson with Henning working together off of the far side. Spin move, Watson, top of the crease. He scores! Connor Watson actually worse for wear after getting that goal to go. It serves as the go-ahead. Had Margitson on him like a backpack. Marched to the front of the goal and gets it to tuck inside the post. Connor Watson. What a goal. Putting the team and the opposition on his back, literally. Showcasing the grown man's strength right there. But actually, he's getting tended to by the training staff just out. His nose might be leaking a little bit. I think he caught something up high as he was coming across. As Connor Watson, what an effort for he in this one. Ryan Jensen leaves that one for Roberts. 2:08 left to go. The Blackfish get the go-ahead as Watson still being tended to by the training staff. So Watson unavailable for this shift. It'll be Henning, McIntyre, Roberts. Up high is McKinley with Gottfriedson. McKinley around to the near wing. 5 seconds on the shot clock here. McKinley gonna have to step up and take one, put it off the side of the goal. They'll say that one went off of the side of the goal. No shot on the net. No contact with the netminder or the post, so no refresh. 1.5 now. Kyle Brunch in the offensive zone. Cradles and fakes, does not take. Baker setting a screen on Zubik. Brunch scores! Brunch, like a man possessed down the near side wing, ties this game back up at 14. Sakani Baker clears the way, and Kyle Brunch takes the lane. Sakani Baker, give him the unofficial assist on the score sheet as he moves Zubik out of the way and gives the lane to Kyle Brunch to whip that one into the corner. Now we're tied up once again. Ethan Quinn. Grizzlies don't have numbers. They'll get set defensively, do the Blackfish. Ethan Quinn leaves it back for Willis, now for Sakani Baker. Baker on the forehand, gonna try and cut to the middle behind the back feed for Kask in front. Brunch, put it off of the post. Far side, last minute here in regulation. Ball comes loose, back up towards the point. Sakani Baker will pick it up. It's a fresh 30. Lots of time to work with here. Moffitt had problems with it. Ball knocked loose, and now he has it. Here's Willis, back up to Baker. Sakani Baker, Drew Kask going to be at the top of the zone to set screens. Brunch across. Willis put it wide of the goal. Bouncing out of play. Barnes has it in his stick, and he'll motor up the floor. Reese Barnes has a man behind the defense. He doesn't pass it to him. He'll go for the safety here as Aiden Baker working him over against the wall, able to get the ball loose. As Ethan Umlaut gives it across. LeBurge working on Watson. Watson back into the fray after getting work done. Here's Umlaut. One man to beat on the inside of Morimatsu. Put it over top of the goal. 13 left to go here. McIntyre up high, 4 seconds. Umlaut popped out of the stick. And this one a fresh 30, and we're going to get the timeout called by the Grizzlies. Shot clock wound down, 5.7 left to go on the game clock. 14-14 the tie score, and the Grizzlies are going to get the chance to draw up the potential winning play. Loose ball coming to the near side. Aiden Baker with a loose ball push. Will calmly put that one down to Ryan Jensen. A little worse for wear, but he gets right back up and he'll head off to the bench as Baker collapses on that one, and then Jensen ends up taking out Gottfriedson. Ryan Jensen actually hurt here right now after Ethan Quinn collapsed on the loose ball. We're going to see play waved off here momentarily. So we're going to see. So the possession is going to go for the Grizzlies. They'll start with it near the attack line. There's a loose ball push, I'm going to say, against the Blackfish. So here we go. Defender falls, diving. No, they wave it off. So Kyle Brunch going to get pulled out of the pile by the officials. They'll say he stepped in off of the far side. Or rather, I think he hit the floor before that ball actually went across the crease. Humphrey just leaves it for Nick Jensen, who will come down the near side wing as Ethan Umlaut. A little bit of drama already in the opening moments here of the overtime frame. McIntyre to join the fray. Watson across to the far side. McKinley to Watson. Watson has a lane, cutting in, jumping. Loose ball scooped away out of the line by Nash Moog. Moog spins and away they go. 1 minute gone by here in overtime. Here's Sakani Baker. He'll take over top of the goal. Loose ball. What a save by Humphrey! Drew Kask tried to call game, and Brandon Humphrey with the stick kept it alive. Connor Watson now out of the offensive side of the floor. Watson across to Gottfriedson, leaves it. Near side into the middle. Roberts tried to put it low. Wandler kept it free. Garrett Lewis. He'll head up the floor. And here we are in overtime. First one wins it. Willis down the near side. Tensions running high here. Got to make sure you keep all your defensive assignments in check. Brunch takes the shot. That one going off of Zubik. Conrad Squarick, though. He'll track down the loose ball. Drew Kask, though, having something to say about it. Squarick just sends it ahead as Nick Jensen will cross the timeline and slow things down. Leaves it here for Laszlo Henning. In the middle will be Roberts. Coming off of the far side, they'll leave it for McIntyre, far wing. Curling, force to the outside, good D by Margitson. Henning, still force to the outside by LeBurge. Henning through traffic, stopped by Wandler. Fresh 30, back in front, they score! Jordan Roberts completes the hat trick in overtime. 15-14 your final for the Blackfish. Jordan Roberts coming out of nowhere into the middle of the zone. As Henning, we'll see here, takes the initial shot. Put that one off of the shoulder of the netminder. And Ethan Umlaut right through the middle. Roberts all alone. Put it in the top corner and send us home.